Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why women are aggressive to men they find sexually attractive. At semen retention. Usually women who find you sexually attractive are going to be a little bit more aggressive in trying to get your attention. And I have seen this firsthand. And I'm not here to be arrogant or brag or anything. I'm just telling you what I have seen in my personal eyes, in my experience. Usually women who find you more sexually attractive will try to get your attention a lot more aggressively than women who may not find you as attractive. Some women are a bit more bold. Some women are a bit more bold than other women. A lot of women are shy and passive, but there are women who are a bit more bold in trying to get a man's attention who they find attractive. Usually it isn't in a man's nature, in a woman's nature, to approach a man and just talk to him first, but I have seen it firsthand. Women have approached me in social settings. People go out their way to strike up a conversation. First, woman, if they find you sexually attractive, if they find you attractive, they will. Some women are a bit more bold than others. Other ways women tend to treat a man they find sexually attractive is they usually try to. There's this thing called a proximity flirt where they're not going to actively talk to you, but they're going to definitely get your attention. They're going to walk in front of you. Maybe you walk into a venue, they're going to bump into you. They can do a lot of things to try to get your attention. They will be aggressive with you. And the bottom line is you have to be one who comes across as sexually attractive to get women's attention, because they will come after you, especially if you're physically attractive, if you have sex appeal and you're physically attractive in a way, and you've also gone on semen retention. This would be a big a quote unquote formula to pull a higher quality attractive, more sexually attractive woman. This is a formula. Now, this is not everything, and obviously semen retention is not if you're doing semen retention solely to get woman attraction, you have already lost. And another thing about semen retention is guys count the days. I'm on 100 blah blah days of semen retention, but what have they really gotten from it? If you're not consistently trying to hit goals, and you're just doing it just to count days, you're doing it in vain, and you probably should not be doing it, and you're going to relapse sooner or later. But the days of counting 100 blah blah days of semen retention one is childish, because who really does that? Like, you're just counting the days you haven't ejaculated. It's just not a way to live. We go on no fap. We go on semen retention to level up our lives. Once our lives are a little bit up leveled, then we can speak. But a lot of guys just say that they go on so and so days just because they want to get validation from other members in the community, and this is just not the case. This is not what you should be doing. You should be going on semen retention and leveling up your life. Semen retention is called sexual transmutation. This is solely to level up your life, to level up your physique, level up your finances, level up your charisma, and lower your social anxiety, just overall become a more 2.0 version of yourself. Now, like I said, being physically attractive is definitely going to get your foot in the door when it comes to woman attraction. The best way to get woman attraction is to revolutionize your image, and having a better than average physique is definitely going to be an advantage. You have to realize this. Usually some guys, there's guys who may be a bit introverted, and they might be, they might be a bit more physically attractive. They might have some physical build on them. They can get away with saying less than the men who may be, less physically attractive, but they have a mouthpiece. When you build yourself up as a man, you have a, like I said, physically attractive physique, you can come across as someone who's a bit more mysterious. You might even be able to get away with just basic social skills if you have that physique in a general sense. If that physique is there, if that physical attraction is there, then you may definitely get away with a lot of different things. It's the guys who don't put as much work in, maybe physically, who have to do 10 times more in terms of their mouth. They're just trying to get everyone's validation. I mean, this isn't a bad thing, but like I said, when you're more physically built, you may get away with doing less. And if you combine, like I said, being physically attractive with being able to seduce a woman with your words, get her to at least feel a certain way when you're around her, then you will definitely have her hooked. This is exactly where you want to be as a man. You have to become a dynamic individual when it comes to dating. If you're routine, if you're not being mysterious, if you're being available 24/7, you're being predictable 24/7, this is the best way for you to lose her, because you're just way too available. There's nothing for her to chase. You have to be your best version. You have to be subtle. You have to be quote unquote mysterious in a way. And when you get the chance, when you're with her, once you look good, talk to her in a certain way, look at her in her eyes, and speak to her in maybe even a childish manner, like a parent talking to a kid, and you're definitely going to get away with a lot of things. You will definitely be in her good jar. She'll reply to you. I made the mistake before where I was chasing women. I was chasing women 24/7. Every chance I got to speak to her, I was looking to speak to her, and it just didn't come across as mysterious, and everything faltered. You have to come across as a mysterious dude who has a lot of things going on in his life, and then give your attention to her when you want to, not all the time, and when you feel it's a good time to do it. But if you're always available, you're always validating her, you have no mystery whatsoever, this is not the best way for any attraction to happen. You have to, if we're talking about modern day women, especially with the options that they have, you being, like I said, more physically appealing, and being able to talk to her in a more of a parent / child perspective is a good way for you to get her to chase you, because not only do you look the part, you make her feel a certain way when you speak to her. You're taking things as nonchalant, you're laid back, you're chill, you're not uptight, you're not chasing anybody. And this is a very good way for her to chase you. This is how you have to look at it. You have to come across, like I said, you have to be a bit more dynamic. You have to be a bit more unpredictable. Some of the text messages that you do send her have to be a little bit more scripted, in a way where it comes across as you're just a very nonchalant, laid back, mysterious, and she never really has a grasp on you of where you stand with her. You're always a little bit she's uncertain when it comes to you. If you're on a one-on-one with a woman and she's talking way more than you are, that's a good thing. If you're talking way more than she is, that's not a good thing. You want to get to the point where she's saying, I feel like I shared so much with you, and I barely know anything about you. This is where you want it to be. Guys show their card too quickly. They're too upfront way too quickly. This is a game. Everything is a game in life, and you have to play the game. You have to play the game and win at the game. And the best way for you as a man in today's day and age to level up is to, like I said, become more physically attractive. Double that down with semen retention. Semen retention is going to give you the extra kick, the extra edge, the extra ignition for you to become a 2.0 version of yourself. And then talk to her in a like I said, in a parent to child type of way, in a way where a parent would be like speaking to their child in a sense, in a little, flirty banter type of way. You do this consistently. You're unavailable. You may even have other people that you may even be seeing, and you're even upfront about this, and she's okay with this too. You're gonna definitely be doing well in quote unquote woman attraction in your dating life. You just have to get after it. You have to get after it. Guys are too weak. They're too predictable. They don't have anything really going on. And this is why you fail. Focus on yourself. Being focused on yourself is your number one superpower, and having the ability to walk away as a man is your number one superpower. If you, like I said, usually when you have that energy of you're non-dependent from any of the outcomes, this is when it usually goes better. But if you're too dependent, you care too much, that is the number one way for her to leave you. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next one.